Alright, everybody, welcome back to some more Umineko when they cry. Now, today I am recording this a little bit late, I will admit, but today was a very eventful day for me. I've done a lot of stuff today, actually, which is not every day that happens. But other than that, last part was finally the first successful Umineko part where there was no issues with me playing the visual novel, there was no issue with the audio, there was nothing. It was all good. I think I'm finally getting the gist of things. I think I'm finally getting to it. So from here on out, we're gonna pray for smooth sailing, and yeah, that's basically that. I'll talk a little bit about what I did today, because I can't help you guys up like that and then leave you there. So started the day off with my maths exam that I told you guys I'd be doing today. Went pretty well. It was only like one thing that I struggled with that I couldn't do, but the rest I think I did it. I think I did it quite well. Wasn't too shabby, to be honest, and I think, well, it's not really graded because of COVID, so I think I'll pass. I think I'm good. I think I'm good there. So glad that's the case. But now that I'm finally done with all of my exams, I can finally record some more for y'all. So win-win situation, and yeah, this part probably won't be as long as the others. I don't know, because I am recording a bit late, and I don't want to, cause too much noise, and I also don't want to, go on too long, because I'm basically gonna sleep right after I finish recording this. But yeah, so just gonna put that out there. Sorry if this video ends up being like barely an hour long compared to the rest of the Umineko videos. Another thing that I did today is I went climbing. Climbing is fun. Now my hands hurt a lot. Thankfully this game doesn't require any serious muscle strength from the arms or whatever, because yeah, my arms hurt. I bet they'll hurt even more tomorrow. But yeah, I actually have a hard time moving them around because it's like, it hurts, like, my muscles are dying on me. But yeah, climbing is great, but because it's really good for your core, and like it's really good for everything in general. Like, climbing literally exerts all parts of your body. It's fantastic. So yeah, one of the first times I've gone climbing was pretty good. Hand hurts. But I think I'll go again. I think it was great. Went with some peeps. We stayed for a while. We stayed for 2 hours. We were expecting to stay there for like an hour, but we stayed for 2 hours. So yeah, eventful day. You guys not see it that way. I thought it was eventful. I think a lot happened today. It was an important day. So yeah. Other than that, no, nothing much of note, of value really happened. I mean, I guess I went grocery shopping. Wow, is that something of value? I don't think so. That doesn't count in an eventful day. Come on now, everyone does that, almost every day. Well, no, like twice a week. But yeah, I think I'm finally ready to start playing this visual novel now. Sorry for the long intro there. So here we go. We're back into the we're back with the cousins. We've left the servants and we've left the parents. The parents are, they're having their own shoppy time. I would hate to be in that environment, by the way, with the parents. Seems just kind of awkward to me, and everyone has to keep up some insanely high standards. I think these cousins, they're all just chilling, having fun. It's much better with me personally. Oh yeah, I also wanted to mention I'm currently wearing a Kingdom Hearts shirt from Birth by Sleep. I think I mentioned this before, how I bought the shirt. unfortunately, I can't show you guys. It's not like I'm recording with a face cam or anything. So I want to show you guys a picture, or like at least show you guys the shirt. But yeah, I guess let's go with "Please Believe Me." I have no reason to lie about this. So yeah, repping my favorite game franchise shirt. So yeah. Okay, let's go. The four of us. Let's all actually reading. The four of us cousins were shooting the breeze over all kinds of topics. After all, there are both girls and guys here. Plus, we've got people over a wide spread of ages: adult, high school, and elementary school. This is true. And you, Battler, haven't met with the rest in 6 years, so plenty of stuff to talk about. This is great. Great bonding with your family. All each of us had to do was talk about ourselves, and it would be of great interest to the other three. Hell yeah.
なんかやっと馴染んできたぜ。ジェシカもマリアも6年前からは想像もつかないくらい成長しちまったからよ。正直なところ少しだけ違和感を持ってたんだが、こうして話をしているうちに中身はあの頃から何も変わってないことが分かったぜ。
同じ言葉を返してやるよ。バトラだって6年ぶりだってのに全然変わってねえぜ。図体がいくらでかくなっても中身は相変わらずお子様だってことだな。
I mean, he is 18. He's literally just gotten out of kidhood, so he's still gonna have a lot of kid parts in him, even though he's 18. Makes sense. Maria agrees, even though she doesn't remember Battler 6 years ago, because she was way too young to remember something like that. Yeah, you're a kid too. We can see that.
マリアだっていつまでもお子様じゃねえぞ。
No, she's not.
お子様から可愛いお姫様に成長してくんだからな。そうしたらまな板みてえな胸もすぐジェシカ並みになるぞ。
What the frick, bro? She's a kid. Leave her alone out of that discussion. At least leave the kids out of these kinds of discussions, man.
そしたら揉ませてくれよ。
What?
約束だぞ。
Oh my god. Oh my god. And look, even his freaking character. His character's gone. Oh, that's so weird, bro. What? Guys, are you serious? This is nuts. This is not. Why am I even surprised? Like, I think this is probably the weirdest this game has gone, though. Like, this goes beyond just incest, bro. She's a kid. He's wild. He's actually wilding. That's actually out of pocket. Wow. Hey, let's not stay with this for too long. Alright, let's go to the next. What? No, please, Maria, don't make this weirder, please. Jessica, talk about something else, please. I'm not here for this. No. No. Oh, no. I swear to God, Mario doesn't even understand what he's talking about. No, don't promise him that. Don't. When you grow up, you'll realize the mistakes you're doing. No, Jessica, stop this. Jessica, please. No, don't. No, not okay. You know what? I usually like to go into the MC's point of view when I play games and story and stuff like that. On this one, nah, man. Like I feel I'm gonna disconnect myself from Battler here. Nah, man. Don't do it. Like don't.
ダメだよマリアちゃん。
Please.
そんな約束しちゃダメ。
That is extremely bad, and that is extremely weird for Battler to imagine, considering she's a kid. But okay. No, stop. This is a promise you definitely should not keep.
絶対守る。
マリア、お前本当に素直ないい子だな。お前と結婚する未来の旦那さんはきっと幸せ者だぜ。
What do you mean? She's 9. She doesn't know. Oh, I don't know how else. I think she's 9. She doesn't know what she's talking about. She doesn't know what she's talking about, bro. Come on. Give her 10 years, and then she'll realize, oh yeah, like what an idiot I was. No.
っていい話にすり替えつつ約束を保持してんじゃねえぜ。マリア、その約束はなし。
That promise actually never happened.
なし。
Yeah, Maria, you don't understand what sort of promise you've gone into. You don't understand. We're saving you now while you still don't understand what's going on. Please, please, stop this.
約束取り消し？
Yes, cancel, please. If there's one thing I'm willing to cancel using cancel culture, it's this promise.
やっぱりバトラ君も揃って4人で集まらないといとこが集合した気がしなかったね。
I guess not. I mean, I don't know how the gathering of cousins goes usually. But yeah, like Maria, just listen to Mike Shinoda. Promises I can keep. That should be you. Even though that's totally not the point of the songs. But please, don't stick with the song. There's promises you can't keep. That's gotta be one of them. Please.
この6年はやっぱり寂しかったよ。
そうだな。こういうふざけた話にはならなかったな。
So you tell me I brighten the mood by what? So they're just okay with that. They're just gonna go over like yeah, Battler's great. Can't believe he's back. Can't believe he's back to call our to promise our cousin how she's gonna let him rub her chest when she grows up. This is fine with them. This is considering like yeah he's brightening the mood. Come on, what the hell? You two, George, Jessica, what are you doing?
でも建設的な話はできてたと思ったぜ。
What?
将来に対する心構えとか受験とか就職とかよ。
Oh, I guess she's talking about the other times they met each other. Okay. I was like, what type of constructive conversations are you guys having? Because I don't see it. But okay, that makes sense.
悪うございましたね。俺が来たらおまぬけなドタバタばっかりでよ。
でもマリアは今年のが楽しい。
Hey. Yeah, because in previous years, people talk about the future, and you'll be like, "What's a future?" Like, yeah, like, but I'm here to make things fun and make everything weird for you, even though you don't understand what's going on.
そうだね。僕も同感。今年が一番楽しいよ。
Maria's sincere words probably spoke for everyone. When Georgianiki stroked Maria's head, she giggled like a happy kitten. Oh, that seemed done quickly. Who's come in?
失礼いたします。
Shannon! I knew we were gonna meet Shannon at some point. Let's go. Well, we already met her, but I mean like Battler and the others.
お食事のご用意ができました。
We have a whole meal. Let's go. They were talking about a lunch, to be fair, last part, so. A timid knocking sound and an equally timid young woman's voice came through the door. Jessica answered brightly.
シャノン、入れよ。バトラは覚えてるだろ？
Battler! Jessica stood up from the bed and opened the door. There stood a servant girl who was definitely about our age.
ご無沙汰いたしております。バトラ様。
Sup?
6年ぶりでございます。シャノンです。
Noting my presence and trembling a little, she bowed deeply. Okay, when I saw wow, I was expecting him to go like, Suge, like they sometimes do.
ジェシカにも驚かされたが、シャノンちゃんにも驚かされたぜ。
Here we go again. More chess talk.
あんたもすっかり美人になったじゃねえのよ。
Okay, so far it's fine.
もったいないお言葉、
You
強
know,
烈に存じます。
so far it's fine. Okay, so far it's fine. You know, he's not being weird about it. That's cool. That's cool. That's good.
しかしよ、この島じゃよっぽど食事の栄養価が高いんじゃねえのか。
I mean, I guess. Y'all be eating Uminekos? Seagulls?
何を食ってどこを鍛えたらそんなにでっかいお胸になるんだか。
Here we go. Wait, we knew it would happen this time. This time we knew it would happen, so it's fine. We're just gonna gloss over it. It's fine. At least she's not a kid, so I mean it doesn't make it better, much better, but it's definitely better.
ジェシカとどっちがでけえかちょいと触って確かめさせてもらうぜ。
You really don't. Shannon, don't go along with this. I know you're supposed to be a servant, and you're supposed to, you know, help, you know, do whatever he wants you to do, basically, right? Like servants. But this one, no. There's being a servant and there's being a slave, you know? Different things. It's not the same. Alright, with both hands poised and saliva dribbling from my mouth, I closed in. Nah, man. Oh, George, stop me. George, please stop me in the game. Or the visual novel. Please stop it. For the sake of my honor and justice, I'd like to point out that I don't suffer from some strange disease that makes my lymph nodes itch until I scratch my neck open, and which can only be prevented by rubbing breasts. What is he on about? What did I just read? For a sec, what is going on? I'd like to point out that I don't suffer from some strange disease that makes my lymph nodes itch until I scratch my neck open, and which can only be prevented by rubbing breasts. Alright, let's move on. It's just my battler style way of communicating. But that previous sentence was oddly specific, bro. Oddly specific. When a boy closes in on a girl like this, 9 times out of 10 they get slapped or clobbered, right? I mean, I don't know. Depends on the situation. Depends on, you know, the type of girl. Depends on the way the boy is closing in. I mean, you're saying like this, so that makes sense. Depends on the girls. Like, not all girls will probably slap you for doing that. You know. Probably. It also depends on whether she's okay with it or not. And if she isn't okay with it, then you should definitely stop. Is all I'm saying. This is a battler's some original communication technique, aiming for a gag like that to break the ice. Nah, you're just making everything much more uncomfortable through my eyes, but sure, go on. Well, that means I really do get to touch them on that 1 in 10 chance though, right? Go ahead and try, mate. See how that works out for you. Yeah. I'd never asked for that much though. Oh my god, they really freaking close screened. Okay. By now, my hands were less than a centimeter away from Shan-chan's chest, but the counter-strike had yet to come. Yeah, I don't expect Shannon to be the type of person to slap you back for that. Someone else has got to do it, like Jessica or something, right? Someone's got to defend her. She's a servant, you know, she can't slap you. Like, that's a bad look for her. 'Cause you're the one being disgusting, but like... She understood what was going on, and she was blushing and had her head lowered in embarrassment. And she was just standing there with both hands politely joined in front of her, not even trying to resist or cover her breasts. See, that not trying to resist is not people say this so often, bro. People say, okay, this is a different situation, but people say this so often, like, oh, but she didn't resist. Bro, shut up. If she didn't say it was okay, don't do it. Don't do it. What the frick, man? Whoa, I wasn't planning on this. What? Please, hit me right now. At this rate, I'm seriously gonna touch him. Oh, is he gonna get hit? There it is. Who hit him? Which is why I was glad that Jessica chose that time to drive her elbow into the back of my head. Boom, perfect. Let's go. I knew Jessica was gonna come in for the save. You're thanking her for elbowing you? Bro, are you a masochist?
なんで私が感謝されんだ
he's a masochist.
お
Wait, is he masochist or masochist? Oh, now I'm confusing myself. I think it's masochist. I don't know. I'm an idiot. Sorry, guys. Anyway.
いやいや、すまんぜシャノンちゃん。魅力的な胸に思わず吸着されそうになっちまった。
A little.
つうか、さすがにあの間合いまで来たら犯罪確定だろ。
Yes, clearly.
ダメだぜ。抵抗しなきゃよ。
Or you just don't start it to begin with. I think that's the better option.
ですけど、バトラ様は大切なお客様ですし。
So that gives him the right to harass you. What? That makes no sense. You gotta stop him in his tracks for real.
あのな、お客様でも犯罪は犯罪。
At least he sees that it's a crime. Good. I mean, he might be jokingly doing all this, but at least he sees that there's something wrong with doing that. Ooh.
女の子の胸はだいたい10センチくらいからが防空識別圏だな。
It's like a what? An air defense identification range? What?
2センチ圏まで侵入してきたら、これはもう領空侵犯だぜ。スクランブル発進で即ビンタを食らわせてやれ。
Alright, mate.
そんなことできません。私たちはその家具ですし。
Of course, she didn't want her breast touched, but if a guest so desired, she intended to sacrifice her own needs in an effort to accommodate them. Hey, she's too pure for this world. She's too pure for this world. This is why you don't gotta treat her like this. Battler, that's the last time you do that, Battler. Okay? I'm not. I know you're the MC, but I'm not forgiving you if you do that again. Oh my god! What the frick? I'm good. A girl like this needs some urgent protection. I mean, or just let her be a servant like she wants to be, and I think she should be fine. I think she can take care of herself beyond that. Maybe. But,
今時こんな献身美徳な子がいるとは。軽いめまいすら覚えるぜ。でもダメだ。ダメなんだ。俺がいやらしい顔で迫る。
I thought we were past this. I thought you saw that, okay, it was a crime and she needs to be protected. Now you're going back in? What the man? Decide on something.
Hot house.
Oh, he's trying to teach her. Okay, yeah. You know what? Go on, yeah. Interesting voice there, mate.
そういうお約束じゃないとオチがつかねえんだよ。頼むよ、お願いでよ。俺を引っ叩いてくれよ。
Okay, so he's definitely a masochist, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Masochist. He definitely likes it then, because he wants to get smacked. Look at it.
こうバチンとバチンと。
お願いは聞けません。家具ですから。
No, you're what? No, you're a servant. You're not furniture. What the frick?
でも命令ならお聞きします。それが務めですから。
Bro, she's way too pure. This is not okay. Now she really needs protection for real.
じゃあ命令させてもらうことにするよ。
Phew, thanks, George, for the save.
次からバトラ君が胸に触ろうとしてきたら平手打ちで反撃すること。
That's an order. And if anyone tries to treat you any differently than they would any other person, you're also allowed to counterattack. I'll counterattack them with a slap. That should be an order in my opinion, but well, I guess it depends on the situation. To be fair, like what implies not treating them like they would any other person. Like, fair, but in a situation like this, you know what to do.
いいね。
はい。仰せつかりました。以後そのようにさせていただきます。バトラ様、ご承知おきくださいませ。
So Shannon-chan declared while bowing elegantly to me. Her facial expression was radiant. I gave her a thumbs up to signal, "You got it."
6年前はお手伝いさんの連れ子がついでにお手伝いみたいな印象だったんだけど、すっかり一人前の使用人さんだな。今年で何年になるんだ？
はい。おかげさまで10年ほどお使いさせていただいております。
10 years! How old is she? How old is she? 10? Oh, she's not in the character list. God damn it. I'm gonna guess. Well, he did say she was around their age. So if she began working at like 18 and... No, she began working at 8 and she's 18 now. Could make sense. Maybe she could be 19 or 20. But he did say she's around their age. And to be fair, George is around their age and George is 20. So I'm gonna give her the 18 to 20 age range probably then. She's been served for 10 years, that's not... She's... that. I don't know how to say that. The country for her name are read as Shannon. Nay, we can finally read her character file. How old is she? We might be able to figure it out now. What? Okay, maybe not. Shannon, a young but experienced servant. She's normally calm and performs her job flawlessly, but she messes up when she gets nervous. Furthermore, Shannon is nothing more than a pseudonym that she uses when on duty, not her real name. That is actually a good thing you say that, because I think canon is the same, right? Canon is a pseudonym. Yeah. Servants, other servants with the on character in the pseudonyms, right? So, canon, Shannon, not the real names. Alright. I think it's good. This is another far from typical name for a Japanese person. Being a kid back in those days, I had taken in her name without paying it much attention. But for her to be called something like that is pretty unusual given that she isn't even a member of the Ushiromiya family. And yeah, everyone in the Ushiromiya family has like freaking weird names. Maybe it's like a servant's professional name or something. If so, I can kind of understand why that Canon-kun's name sounds the way it does too. Who knows? She's a long-term servant who served here since she was 6. She was 6? So she's 16 now, okay. I would have thought she was the same age as the rest, you know, considering the way he said that, because he said she was around their age. But to be fair, Canon is also around their age, and Canon is also 16. And, yeah, I guess it makes sense, sure. But I'm still confused about why Canon called her Ne-san, as if she was his older sister. Is that just me? Maybe to look up the tips thing again. Let's say in the grimoire. Honorifics, I think. Like, if you say ne, I don't know. It might not say. Oh, family members. There we go. Older sister, young adult woman. Exactly. Exactly. I swear he was calling her Nesan. He was going Nesan, older sister, or young adult woman. But if she's been working since she was 6, she's 16 now. Unless maybe in Japan the adult age is 16. This doesn't make sense. But I'm gonna go with young adult woman even though she's 16. Sure. Then Ni's older brother. Anik is just bro. And Eki is sis, older sister. Okay, cool. Younger sister name referred to by name. Got it. Since her body had changed radically, she didn't match my memories, but we used to know each other 6 years ago. It looked like she was just as shy as she had been in the past, but I got the sense that she had become imbued with a charm befitting a girl her age. Especially her breasts. Her breasts, right.
さっき会ったカノ君は彼女の弟なんだよ。
See? I freaking knew it. I freaking knew it. I freaking knew it. I knew it. I told y'all, bro. I told y'all. My Japanese honorifics knowledge coming in clutch. Because why else would he be calling her Ne-san? But I don't think I'm noticing. But he was 16 as well, and she's been working here for 10 years. She started working when she was 6, so she's 16 now. Maybe like, I don't know, like she's been working since 10 years, but you know, since she was 6, but now she's 17. You know, because like birthday differences and stuff like that could make it possible. Unless, nah, I was gonna say unless they're twins, but that wouldn't make sense either, would it? Not, oh, okay, yeah, there we go. Not exactly her little brother, so maybe they're not biologically related. Now that could explain it a bit more, actually. Because then, yeah, they could be the same age, even though he's not actually her little brother. But they call each other, well, he calls her her older sister, but yeah. Got it. So she's just like, you have a sibling type of relationship, even if it's not biological, and even though you're the same age. Okay, that's fine. Nah, he's cool. He's cool. I actually really like him. Yeah, he's cool. You're cool. Yeah.
相変わらずいつも通りだぜ。もうちょっと愛想よくすればいいのによ。もったいないやつ。
I mean, it's not that easy for everyone, Jessica. It's hard.
カノン君がご迷惑をおかけしたようで申し訳ございません。
Nah, he caused no trouble. The people that really cause trouble are the freaking Ushiromiya head family and Eva being pricks to you, and Goda as well being a prick to you, and Canon. Lost so much respect for Goda personally.
別に迷惑なんか何も。同じ男としてわかるさ。ありゃ気難しい年頃だ。愛想が悪いのは当たり前だぜ。
You get called that. You get called unsociable. I think it's just because Rosa wants you to stop saying "ah" like you're freaking 3 years old. I think that's basically it. It's just your mom being annoyed at you. I'm gonna have to agree with Shannon on this one. Maria's not like Canon. She's very sociable. Ah, she likes him. Ah, she wants to be like him. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. I wanna be like Canon.
食事の準備ができたんだっけ?
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that. She came here to give them a meal, and we caused a whole bunch of dump talk.
はい。失礼いたしました。
Now we delayed it, to be fair, it's our own fault. You're doing your job just fine.
お食事のご用意が整いましたので、皆様をお屋敷へご案内いたします。
We're going to the mansion? Oh! Shannon bowed again, formally, and returned to her duty mode. Duty mode. We realized that if we made her stick around for any more light conversation, it would actually make it harder for her to do her job. So we got up off our butts to avoid interfering with her work any further. Fair. Even though I think it's, I mean, maybe it's because I don't really know what it's like to have a servant, because I've never had a servant. I'm not that privileged personally, but I feel like if I had, if I was them and like with a servant like and everything, I just want them to like chill, like don't do all this like super like respectful stuff. Just treat me like I'm your buddy, like yo, what's up, like hey, like, you know, I don't have to, you know, apologize for everything or being a bit clumsy, in my opinion. But again, I don't know, maybe when you're rich you start wanting that sort of behavior. I don't know, you know, I guess when you're so extremely rich that you can that you have servants.
じゃあお屋敷に行こうか。
Let's go.
みんなもお腹が空いてたところでしょ。
だな。ゴーダさんがいる時の飯は楽しみなんだよ。
Nah, frick Goda. Okay, I mean, I'm sure. I guess his food is probably gonna be good, but frick Goda, bro.
あの人、どこぞの有名ホテルでシェフをやってたらしくて、かなり料理の腕があるんだぜ。
ほうほう、それ楽しみ。行こうぜマリア。ガツガツ犬みたいに食い散らかすぞ。
And watch, Mario's gonna go like pigs! Woo! Like pigs! Woo! 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 Watch. Watch.
犬みたいに。
Yeah! Bro, her speech pattern has become very predictable now. Hell yeah. Come on, game, a visual novel. Make her more unpredictable. Very predictable character so far. I knew exactly what she was gonna say. Come on now. Watch, she's gonna go like... no.
ダメダメ。バトラ君の言うことはいちいち真に受けちゃダメだよ。全部冗談なんだから。さあ、行こう行こう。
But do eat a lot though, it's good for you. When you're growing up. Do eat good, a lot of food. Under Shannon Chan's guidance, we headed towards the mansion. Whoop! To the mansion we go! Look at the garden again. To the mansion, there it is. This is the mansion that we see at the title screen of the game as well. Met once again by the magnificent rose garden, we continued onward as it came into view. The imposing mansion of the Ishiromiya main family. It had apparently been built shortly after the war, so you could feel the dignity of almost a half century hanging about it. Right, because this visual novel takes place in like what, 1986, I think? And I mean, I guess we can check. Yeah, October 4th, 1986. So, so this is not too long after the war. This is like 40 years after the war or something. So, that's something to keep in mind. Now it's been like 70 years. It's been a while. On the surface, the building was gorgeous, but being as old as it was seemingly lacking modern amenities like air conditioning. Right, but you can always add that on to old buildings. I know. God damn my throat. Apologize. I know my university has like they built a building all the way back in the, you know, one of the main buildings, or I think maybe the main building itself was built during the early 20th century, or maybe late maybe even late 19th century. I'm not sure, but it's like a really old, like century old building, and they managed to like put on air conditioning eventually. And considering these guys are rich as hell, I bet they can do it too. So they did it in my university. So you know, there's that. According to Jessica, midwinter was especially tough, what with all the drafts. Oof. Well, it's not like they couldn't just take the Kotatsu out, alright? Kotatsu. Oh, I think I've seen this one. I think I've seen this one because I've seen it from Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Is it the thing that they put under, like on them and then it heats them up, I think? I think I've heard of this. Or seen it. Kotatsu is, yep, table heater. Yep, I've seen this one. Okay, yeah. Table heater hybrid often used as an inexpensive way to keep warm in Japan during the cold months. It consists of a low-height table frame, designed for use while sitting on the floor with a heat source built into the underside of the frame. This is covered by a thick blanket to trap the heat, and a tabletop rests on top. The blanket can be removed so the kotatsu can be used like a regular table. Yeah. I've seen it in Kobayashi. It was like winter time and they were like cold, so Toru was just like, let's get a kotatsu, and then it heated them up. That was great. Yeah. Midwinter. It's October right now, though. What's happening? Sorry for that scream. I was just surprised to see Genji again for some reason. Like, we all know Genji. We've seen him. I just thought we'd be seeing Elder C with Kinzo. Holy crap, that was a loud shout from me. my apologies. As we entered the entrance hall, an aged servant greeted us. It was Genji. Come on, y'all know Genji. Y'all know the boy, surely. Now him I remembered, yeah. As the most senior member of the staff, Genji-san served as the head of the servants, and now we can finally read up on our boy Genji. We've known this guy since basically the beginning of the game, so yeah, head servant leading all the other all the other servants who work for the Ushiromiya family, has served Kenzo longer than any other, and has earned his greatest trust. And he's the only one who can calm him down, apparently, according to the others. Since he serves Kinzo directly, Cross and Natsuhi think of him as Kinzo's spy. Ooh, frick them though. Well, frick Natsuhi specifically. Cross might be a better person, but Natsuhi, I did not have a good impression of her. Okay, yep. Let's keep it moving.
Batora-sama, お久しゅうございます。
What's up, homie? As our eyes met, he saluted us with a composed voice. He didn't give quite as refined a bow as Goda's, but it was a bow that had feeling, even if it wasn't polished to the same degree.
Genji-san, 本当にお久しぶりっす。お元気そうですね。
おかげさまで健やかに過ごさせていただいております。バトラ様こそご立派になられました。親方様の若き日に少し似てこられました。
Ooh, the master, you say, the man himself, Kenzo.
俺がじい様にってことは、さぞやじい様は若い頃モテたろうな。
He's got that ihihi Luffy laugh, but Luffy actually sounds better. No offense to Battler, bro. But.
ここからはシャノルに代わって私がご案内申し上げます。
We're gonna be accompanied by Ronoe Genji himself. It's funny how I just made a Luffy reference, a One Piece reference, and his name is Ronoe Genji. I just noticed that. Yeah, Ronoe is very similar to Roronoa Zoro.
どうぞこちらへ。
Right. Shannon Chud bowed deeply and saw us off. Bye, Shannon. We'll miss you. Well, we'll probably see you again, so. But still, bye. Leaving the entrance hall, we headed to the dining hall under Genji-san's guidance. Alright. Genji-san, just like Kumasawa-san, stood in stark contrast to us young people who had grown beyond recognition over the last 6 years. His figure was exactly the same as in my memories of 6 years ago. I mean, yeah, like, older people don't grow up as fast as freaking kids and teenagers, so obviously they're not gonna look all that different. I kind of had this too, because, you know, at one point I hadn't met my family in 8 years. Well, so my cousin family, similar to Battler, not for the same reasons, for different reasons. But when I finally met them 8 years later, the kids and the teens that I remember when I was young had completely changed. But the older peeps, like my aunts and uncles, they looked basically the same. My grandparents looked essentially the same. It's just the kids grew up. 8 years, by the way, that's a long time. Yeah, it seemed like time had stopped since the last we met. Kenji-san was a silent and diligent person. He was like grandfather's close aide or caregiver. In fact, you could even go as far as to say, he was grandfather's right-hand man. Damn! Now that's why his name is Ronoe. It's literally a Zoro reference. Ronoe is also Luffy's right-hand man. See that? You guys have got multiple things in common. Actually, it seems that he was by grandfather's side more than my late grandmother was. Damn! Oh, late grandmother. Oh, she's rest in peace to her. Damn, would have been cool to meet her as well. But oh well. According to Jessica, grandfather trusts him more than any of his blood relatives. Makes sense, yeah. We've known that though. But I wonder how long he served. I'm gonna go with a guesstimate of 38 years. There we go, another One Piece reference. 38 years since the God Valley incident. Let's go with that. Sure. I'm not sure how far off I am. I've never asked for details, but I think I heard he's been here since the beginning, when this mansion was constructed. Oh wow, that's like since the end of the war. So that's like wow, 40 years. Hey, I said 38 years. Not bad, not bad, not bad. You know, not bad. I'm good. I'm good. If this is 1986, that's 41 years since the war. However, we have to detract some because the mansion wasn't built like as the war ended. It was built just after the war ended, so we can take off like a solid 2 years, 3 years, and boom, 41 minus 3, 38. I'm exactly right. Let's go. Boom, 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 boom. This mansion was built in 1947, confirmed. 1948, confirmed. My bad. I said the wrong number. Well, wrong year. Yeah. That is to say, he's dedicated half of his life to serving here. He has. That is 40 years of serving here. That is essentially half your life, yes. No wonder grandfather trusts him. True. I mean, if someone's been serving me for 4 years, just to set up this 40-year plan of betraying me, like, bro, go ahead, stab me in the back. I don't care anymore. Like, bro, you served me for 40 years. Like, go on, then. Go on. This is like Kanjuro on drugs. Kanjuro freaking served Oden for 20 years. More than 20 years, actually. Yeah, he served Oden for more than 20 years. Just to betray. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. I just noticed that. Hey, I'm sorry for everyone who's looking to get into One Piece. That's a bit of a spoiler. But it's not the biggest spoiler. Because... my apologies. I should have given a spoiler warning. But yeah, it's basically a character who you guys have forgotten his name by now. Betrayed someone else. You guys have forgotten his name by now. After 2 decades, and you know, I was like, when I found that out, I was like, fair play. I was like, fair play. You know, you're gonna serve someone for that long, just to betray them in the end. It's like, you serving me has done more for me than you betray me. I guess it depends on the betrayal, to be fair. Or the way that character was betrayed, hit was really bad. But I won't get too deep into this because I've already accidentally spoiled One Piece enough. So check out One Piece. Sorry for the spoiler. I mean, if you don't check it out out of spite of me accidentally spoiling, then I'm okay with that. That's totally my bad. Although, like I said, it's not the biggest thing ever. It's not the most satisfying betrayal ever. When I found that out, when I read the chapter, I was like, oh, okay, sure. But like, so there's many other things in One Piece to be excited about. Don't focus on this specific thing as the reason for why you don't check out One Piece. Please check out One Piece, please. Okay, let's get back. Let's get back into the visual novel. As we got through the open ceilinged hall behind Genji-san, I found something I had no memory of from 6 years ago. What did you find? Thumberg Lily. Wait, she's from the opening cutscene of the game. I've seen her. Who is she? It was an awfully big portrait hung right in front of the stairs that rose to the second floor. And you're telling me this wasn't here 6 years ago? Who is this woman? Or girl? I don't know. She looks more like a girl than a woman to me. Big portrait hung right in front of the stairs. Who are you? I've seen her in the freaking opening cutscene. Like, oh my god. She's important, isn't she? She's gonna be important. She has a whole huge portrait to herself. Yeah. Without thinking, I stopped walking under its spell. Since I'd suddenly stopped, Maria, who was falling behind me, ran into my back. Poor Maria.
ああ、悪い。なあ、ジェシカ。
Who is this woman or girl and who painted this drawing?
あんな絵、前はあったっけ?
You tell me it's a new picture. You tell me it's a picture that didn't exist 6 years ago. I pointed at the large and conspicuous portrait hanging in the hall. Everyone else stopped too.
ああ、そっか。
Wow. What do you mean, right?
バトラが来てた頃には、あれはかけられてなかったっけ?
So?
いつからだったかな?
When was it? Who is she? Explain.
確か僕の記憶が正しければ一昨年あたりだったと思うよ。
So at the same time as Gora joined. Is there a connection between Gora and this? The year before last.
さようでございます。一昨年の4月に親方様がかねてより画家に命じて描かせていたものをあそこに展示なされたのでございます。
Why? Why would he do that?
あのじいさまがね、わざわざ描かせてか。
The portrait depicted a woman in an elegant dress who gave off a sense of refinement and who seemed to suit the Western style of this mansion. Okay. I couldn't have guessed their age, but the sharpness and obvious strength of will in her eyes gave me the impression of youth. I agree. She doesn't seem like she's that much. Like she seems like she's in the similar age group of us, like, you know, around our age, you know, us and George and Jessica, I think. But the fact that I've seen her and this exact portrait in the opening cutscene of the game, and the visual novel, I should say, tells me she might play a big role in all this. Yeah. It was a different feeling than the composed mood of middle-aged women that are often in famous pictures. I agree. If this woman had normal black hair, I might have thought it was a portrait of my long-deceased grandmother in her picture. In her prime. Oh, okay. Okay. However, the woman in the portrait had beautiful golden hair and didn't look Japanese at all. Oh. So she's not your grandmother. So is your grandfather obsessed with a random girl that isn't your grandmother? Oh wait! Wait a minute. Is Beatrice? Oh! Could this be her? Oh my god. Wait a minute. He did say that. Right before dying, yeah, he was going all about how he wanted to see this Beatrice chick. Oh. Oh. Beautiful golden hair and didn't look Japanese at all. Oh. Oh. Oh, it's... I could... That's gotta be it, right? I mean, I don't want to jump to conclusions, but he went out of his way to have someone draw this and hang it up on the wall? Alright. That's my current headcanon. Or, well, theory, I guess. We shall see how it develops. We shall see the correctness of it.
で、
Who is she?
誰だいこのご婦人はよ。
If Genji comes here and says it's Beatrice or something, right? The girl that Kinzo was talking about in the beginning of the game, then that's actually that would be nuts. As though trying to show off her knowledge, Maria answered that simple question with authority. With authority! Who?
マリア知ってる
Okay.
ベアトリーチェ
It is! It is! It is freaking Beatrice! Oh my god! Oh my god! Wow, I was right! Oh my god! Beatrice. So this is her? Well... What kind... How does Maria know her? Is she currently alive? Is this girl currently alive? Like, do we know her? Does she still exist somewhere? Where did Kinzo meet her? Where did Kinzo see her? Who is she? Oh, so many questions. Oh, I want these questions answered.
なんだって
Beatrice.
ベアトリーチェ。
Beatrice is how I should be saying it apparently. Beatrice.
魔女だよ。
The witch? I don't remember Kinzo mentioning that. It's been a couple months since I recorded the first part. Probably should have made the first part around the same time I was gonna play the whole visual novel, but it's fine. I think they're gonna repeat what he was talking about anyway, maybe.
バトラ君は昔聞かされたことない
No? Well, I don't know if Butler did, but I definitely don't know anything.
魔女ってこの島の
The Witch of this island? I think I already said this, but Rokkenjima is a small island that's only about 10 kilometers around. Yeah, you did say this. However, considering that only the Ushiromiya family lives here, that's quite large. I guess, yeah? To be true. So only a harbor and the site around the mansion were set up to be lived in. Uh-huh. Beyond that, the island remained as untouched as it was when it was still uninhabited. Right. That's where the seagulls, or Uminekos, come in, as you guys call them. Seagulls are Umineko. To understand just how dangerous a vast and empty forest with no lamplight, phones, or people passing through it all actually is, you need to shift your urban assumptions a little. I mean, I guess it's a forest. It's a forest, yeah. I mean, I don't know what else. I mean, yeah, sure, he get lost, you know, far away from the mansion, then yeah, that could be bad. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's a forest, and here, look, you have a whole path here. There's no way to get lost, mate. It's literally telling you where to go. You see, if by any chance you fell down a hole in the depths of the forest and sprained your ankle, okay, then yeah, you're definitely stuck there. You're dying of starvation right there. Cry or scream, no one will come to save you. Don't make this sound scary now. Okay, I get it. It's scary. Right. If that's foreshadowing for something that's actually gonna happen to someone, that'll be funny. Someone just falls in a hole. If it then got dark, the forest where there are no streetlights will become enshrouded in complete darkness. Ooh. Also, since there obviously aren't any guideposts here, it's easy to get lost and lose your sense of direction in the dark forest. Just don't go out at night then. Why are you making this sound so much scarier than I feel like it actually is? Nowadays, most people see a forest as a peaceful place. But to the people of bygone eras, before the light of civilization drove out the night, forests were like oceans on land, geographically separating one culture from another. Just as fishermen who go out into the ocean occasionally have their lives put in danger despite their technical knowledge, was also demanded of hunters who went out into the forest, and their lives were occasionally put in danger just the same. If a child were to go play in that dangerous forest, something terrible might happen. I mean, yeah, but you don't let a child go play alone in the forest, mate. I don't know. I think he's making a big deal out of something that might not be as big of a deal. Or, I don't know, maybe the visual novel is just trying to set the mood for something. For something scary. Like, ooh. Some parents must have had that thought. I guess. Maybe my grandmother, or possibly the man himself, my grandfather, might have said it. Or maybe it was a story handed down on this island from long, long ago. Right, the story about this witch y'all are talking about. So, but how does that connect to Beatrice? I don't get it. Beatrice. There's a terrible witch in the forest, so you must not go in. What? Thus, Rockenjima's ghost story was born. So she's a ghost? She doesn't even exist? How do y'all know how she looks like then? That is the legend of the witch of Rockenjima. And why is our main man so obsessed over her? Going like, Beatrice, before I die, I want to see your face one more time. He kept saying that. So when we say witch on this island, we're referring to the master of the vast and savage forest. Yeah, okay. I still think y'all are making this a bigger deal than what it actually is, and I still think that Kinzo guy is obsessed with her for no reason. There's no proof of anything. I don't believe it. Well, she's just a ghost. And again, how does he know how she looks like? He said he wanted to see her one more time before he died. How does he know how she looks like? Did the ghost just come to him like, yes, I am the witch. Yeah, look at me. Ha! Which reminds me. Ha 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 ha. Funny joke. God damn, when I did that, my arms hurt because I went climbing today and my arms hurt because of that. Okay, anyway. Which reminds me when I was little and stayed at this mansion during the eerie nights where the wind and rain struck the windows. Stories like the witch of the forest is roaming around in search of a sacrifice would scare the heck out of me. Right. I'm not very scared personally. I mean, I know it's very late at night at the time of recording this and it's dark out and everything, but I'm really not scared. It's a bunch of BS. I don't believe it. Beatrice doesn't exist. Y'all are obsessed over nothing. Beatrice, huh? Why is her name so highlighted like that in a different font? Like, what's that about? As I searched my memory prompted by Aniki, I did vaguely remember being told that what was her name when I was very small.
なるほど。しかし、あの魔女伝説の魔女にベアトリーチェなんておしゃれな名前がついてたとは、とんと忘れてたぜ。
I don't know how to pronounce Beatrice like they do, so I'm gonna go Beatrice. Or maybe Beatrice. 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 I can't do it properly. I'm just gonna go Beatrice. Sorry. It's easier for me. I apologize for the mispronunciation, I guess.
じいさまめ。孫たちが信じないもんだから、わざわざ絵に描きやがったか。
じいさまの妄想の中の魔女だよ。
Delusions? Yeah, see? Jessica knows what I mean. Delusions. I say I feel like it's true. I feel like she's gonna come down and it's not a delusion and she's actually real and she's gonna do bad witchy stuff.
この絵を掲げた頃から、現実と幻想の区別がつかなくなり始めた。
My man's losing himself. Over a girl. Over a ghost girl. How does he know she even exists? How does she... Bruh.
私たちにとっては想像の中の魔女に過ぎないけど、じいさまにとっては彼女はこの島にいる存在。いる。
Exists.
だから、それを理解することができない私たちにもわかるよう、あの絵を描かせたって言うんだけど。
So, none of the other people have seen her or met her, but the head of the Shiromiya family apparently has. Okay.
気持ち悪いったらありゃしないぜ。
Yeah, your grandfather a weirdo. Not gonna lie.
お嬢様。
Milady, oh no. Yeah, you're supposed to be the successor. You can't be acting like this. Genji, straighten her up.
親方様にとっては大切な肖像画です。
There we go, straighten her up. Let's go. That's how you go about it, Genji. Not Renji, Genji. Renji's a character from Bleach, but Genji's this boy.
親方様の前でそのようにおっしゃられることがございませんよう固くお願い申し上げます。
分かってるぜ。頼まれても言わねえよ。
Jessica turned away after glaring a second at the portrait.
行こうよ。食堂にみんなを待たせてるよ。
お腹すいた。
Oh, come on, her again? I'm tired of this. Only a small portion of this island is controlled by the Ishiromiya family. Oh, what? The rest is controlled by this witch. If all of the wild remainder was the witch Beatrice's domain, then one could say that she was the being who actually ruled over Rokkenjima. Guys, come on now. Delusion. If y'all believe this, you're more delusional than him, than the grandfather. This is delusions. It's just a forest, bro. I mean, I guess y'all could just put... Y'all are so rich, right? Just like, legit. Put up street lights. You know, put up houses, you know, and stuff. Well, I mean, I say put up houses and stuff. I mean, who's gonna live in them? The mansion is really the only place they care about, right? Who cares about the rest of the forest? I see that, because, you know, it doesn't seem like the Shiromiya family is planning on having anyone else, you know, stay in this island. An unsettling, ominous feeling I had felt on the boat trip when I learned that the shrine had been struck by lightning revived within me a bit. Oh, what? So now you're gonna tell me this Beatrice struck down the shrine? Oh, come on now. Come on now. Y'all being ridiculous. What about that Maria thing? The Maria freaking wilding out. Was that all part... Bless me. Was that all part of Beatrice's plan? Huh? That was all her? Nah. At that time, Kumasawa-san had tried to tell an ominous story about Rokkenjima and had been stopped by Jessica. Oh, so you're gonna go back and ask her? Yeah, you know, go back and ask Kumasawa. Hey, what the hell? Explain more about Beatrice. I didn't know what she had tried to tell us about this island. But there was one thing I did know. Rokkenjima's ruler was not the Ushiyume family. It's this girl. It was the witch Beatrice. Yes. Because this was the witch's island. That's me, Maria. When I looked around, everyone was already heading towards the dining hall. Yeah, you're being slow, Battler. Let's go. I hurriedly chased after them. We walked up to the huge double doors that led to the dining hall. Let me check the character file here again. Okay, no new characters were good. Double doors that led to the dining hall, right. Genji-san knocked. Okay, I thought someone actually knocked on my door. That was just Genji.
お子様方をお連れいたしました。
Yo, what's up with the children?
失礼いたします。
The door was opened and we were invited inside. Yo. The dining hall, which screamed filthy rich, featured a super long table which was obviously designed with no other purpose than to make the guests conscious of their rank. And our parents were already seated at it in accordance with that ordering. And that is also, I think, where I'll end the part. I know this one as long as the usual part. I know that we seemingly didn't make huge amounts of progress in this part, but I think I'll end it there anyway. I hope you guys enjoyed this part. Yeah, I really gotta stop recording now because I plan on going to sleep before things get too late. And since we've just entered a new scene, or like it's gonna be a new scene with all the parents talking, all the cousins talking, it's gonna take a while for it to finish, and I'm not down to start a whole other scene now. It's been about an hour of recording, and like I said, this wasn't going to be as long as the other parts, so yeah. I'm gonna render this video and end it there, guys. I'll be recording more tomorrow. I don't have any exams now anymore, so I'm chilling now. Well, mostly. So yeah, I'll meet you guys. Well, for me tomorrow. For you guys, maybe tomorrow too. I might be recording more Umineko. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this. The Witch of Frokenjima is a lot of horse bull crap, but that is definitely going to be real, and that is definitely going to be very relevant and important to remember, because she's probably going to do some wild stuff. Guys, I know how these types of story goes. People are gonna die. I know. I'm scared. Tiny hole filthy rich. These filthy rich people are gonna be killed, aren't they? Huh, Beatrice? Explain this. You witch? Huh? Alright, yo. Alright, yo. I'm gonna end it there. I hope you guys enjoyed this part of Umineko anyway. I hope you guys enjoyed this experience as much as I enjoyed experiencing it. Still, probably because I'm playing this visual novel very slowly, the plot has still not seriously hit the fan yet. You know, we're still chilling. We're still, learning about all the different characters and all that, and we're probably gonna still keep learning once we enter this dining hall. Once we have our meal, and once we're finally done with character interactions, and introductions, I mean, we'll probably start for real. Sorry if I'm playing the game too slowly for you guys. I know I typically play games or read visual. I mean, this is the first visual novel I've ever read, but read stuff and all that. I typically do it slowly because I like to take it all in. That's how I've always been. I've always been this way. So if you think I should go faster, I can try. Just let me know criticism. It's fine. I'm completely down for that. But just so y'all know, that's just the kind of person I am. I like to take things in slowly. Maybe that's why I love One Piece so much, because One Piece is naturally like paced in like a smooth way, so that like it just fits with my style of reading. So I don't know. I like things that are like, I like the introductory parts of stories and stuff. I like meeting new people and seeing what type of people they are and what type of characters they are and how they interact and stuff like that. So you guys reading this or watching this might find all this to be slow, but I'm enjoying it quite a lot. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it going. Not gonna stop now. I don't think I'm. I am gonna take this series all the way. I think this. I think I am. I think I am. I think I'm gonna play this all the way through. So yeah, I'll meet you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Umineko. More coming soon. Hope you guys enjoyed watching and reading as much as I enjoyed reading myself. I'll see y'all next time, y'all. Peace.